Felicitous greetings, fellow Fanatics. I'm Adam the Fanatic, also known as Mario Fanatic 15, and today I'm going to be skipping my typical nerdy fanaticism segment to bring you another review. This is a smaller game. You could even say I'm doing a mini review as I'm taking a look at Mini Metro by Dinosaur Polo Club. Just ignore the fact that my review of Tiny Epic Kingdoms was not a tiny review, but I do hope you found it epic. Mini Metro is an abstract puzzle game where you'll pick from a number of cities and build a subway system within it. There are subtle variations between the different maps, but the general gist is always the same. You have a number of different subway stations, each of which is represented by various shapes. First you'll have a circle, a triangle, and a square. You'll also have passengers randomly appearing, also represented by these same shapes. The object is to get passengers to stations which match their shapes as quickly as possible by rapidly connecting stations with subway lines. At the onset, you'll have 3 lines to work with and a number of bridges that varies depending on which map you choose. As time goes on, the map will slowly zoom out and more stations will pop up. If a station has too many passengers, the timer will begin to tick down upon it, represented by a growing circle. If the circle fills up, it's game over. For every week that you manage to go without a station overcrowding, you'll be given various bonuses. The details vary on a few maps, but typically you get a new locomotive, which can either be placed on a new line or added to an existing one, and then the choice of one of 2 other upgrades. These upgrades include new lines, allowing you to eventually have a maximum of 7 at once, additional bridges to help with those pesky waterways, carriages which can be added to expand the capacity of an existing locomotive, or the option to upgrade one stop to an interchange station which loads and unloads faster in addition to allowing more passengers to remain there before overcrowding. The game starts off very slow, very calm, and very serene. Procedurally generated music adds to this, produced by playing various tones as passengers are picked up and dropped off, and thus is very tranquil to start. However, as the weeks go by, new stations and passengers pop up faster and faster. And likewise, the music picks up tempo as it's dictated in the same manner as before. It's a score-driven game, there's no end to this. Instead, you simply go as long as you can until eventually it overwhelms you. You start with 3 maps unlocked: London, Paris, and New York. But there's dozens of other maps to unlock, each with subtle but noticeable differences, though there are a couple of curveballs in there. For example, Osaka gets things going faster in more ways than one. Not only do you have the speed ramping up more quickly than on other maps, but each week, instead of just getting a locomotive, you can choose either 2 normal locomotives or 1 bullet train which can move super fast, but still only has the same capacity as a regular locomotive. The first 3 maps also have retro variants you can unlock. In addition to the standard mode, you also have a few other options. You have Extreme Mode, which could be thought of as a more realistic game, wherein you can only add to your existing tracks. You can't delete or edit existing ones. Next, you have Endless Mode, where you're building for efficiency and can never truly lose. And finally, you have Creative Mode, where you just get to build as you see fit. Great if you just want to relax, or perhaps you have a train-loving nephew that you just want to let goof off. And while not truly a different mode, they also have a daily challenge. All players get the same map on the same random seed. You can play as many times as you'd like, but only your first attempt is officially scored. All in all, Mini Metro is a game that manages to be simple and relaxing, yet also clever and challenging at the same time. It hits that sweet spot that very much reminds me of games like Tetris, Dr. Mario, or Puyo Puyo. It's easy to get into, but also has a high skill ceiling for those who want to dig into the finer details of the game. While I'm far from an expert at it, it keeps me coming back for more and serves as a great way to just sit down and kill 10 to 20 minutes of time. In conclusion, I find Mini Metro to be a satisfying game worthy of a 7.2 out of 10. Mini Metro is available for purchase on Steam, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and mobile devices. If you're interested in purchasing, links are included in the description. But what about you? What do you think of Mini Metro? Are you looking forward to the sequel, Mini Motorways? What other games do you play to relax? If you have any questions, remarks, or opposing points of view, leave them in the comments down below, and please remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. And next week, it's back to full reviews as I take a look at Spell Saga, a unique solo card game by Subheathen Games. Until then, farewell, fellow fanatics. Thank you again for watching. I have plenty more to share with you if you're interested. You can click up here above my head to subscribe to my channel. You can click over here on my monitor to see the most recent video that I worked on. Or if you prefer, you can click up here to open this mysterious vault and see what video that the YouTube algorithm has picked just for you.